Hello everyone and welcome to SnowRunner and a brand new video on a brand new YouTube channel. So if you're watching, thank you so much for clicking on this video and giving it some of your time. We are going to be playing hard mode. For those of you who don't know, SnowRunner is it's an off-road driving game, not really a simulation, a little bit more arcadey, and then hard mode takes the normal game, the normal campaign, and adds an additional set of rules to it to make it that bit more challenging. You can see those on screen, but as a brief overview, you have to pay for fuel and repairs, you have to pay for deploying your vehicle from different garages, you have to pay for vehicle recovery, have to pay every time you load cargo automatically. You can't sell trailers, you sell your trucks and upgrades for half their value. Contests, which are timed missions, you can only do, I believe it's 3 times until they lock out. In the campaign mode there's no limit on that, so you can just keep repeating them for money, experience, but not in hard mode. You can't change the time of day, and finally the map is a little bit more vague. So let's go. Now I have played a reasonable amount of SnowRunner. I've completed Michigan and Alaska on campaign mode. I moved on to Tamir, which is the Russian maps. But I wanted to give hard mode a go, and I also wanted to give just recording things for YouTube a go. I've seen obviously lots and lots of people do it for many years, and wanted to have a crack at it myself. As I said, it's the first time, so there'll probably be lots of ahs, me tripping over words, awkward silences, so I can only apologise about that. Hopefully I'll get better, but again, thank you for bearing with me. So here we are in the garage of Black River on Michigan with just shy of 9 grand in the bank, 9,000, and a Chevrolet. The plan for today's episode, or at least my initial plan, I don't know how long it's going to take, is to head out and find the GMC truck, which is somewhere in this area. I can't remember exactly where. Or rather, well, I know where it is, but I can't remember exactly on the map where it is, if that makes any sense. And we'll try and do a couple of bits along the way to uncover some watchtowers and maybe get a bit of extra money and experience. So the Chevrolet, we could spend some money upgrading it right now, but from my previous experience, it can generally get by on everything that it's got at the moment. Going to risk it with the road tyres, but we are going to change the colour. And looking around them, it's nice. Oh, brown. Good old brown and beige. What a combination. Let's not have that. I do like this golden yellow, so let's go for that to begin with. And let's go. No, that's not how we deploy a truck. Leave garage, that's how we deploy a truck. Here we are. So, our wonderful new Chevrolet. And the first thing we need to do with any truck, of course, is test the horn. A relatively meagre one with this. But that's okay. We'll get some more impressive ones in the long run. Take the handbrake off, and away we go. Now the first bit of business is to get the Fleet Star, which is this wonderfully knackered truck around the corner here. It's a complete state. We're going to get an upgrade for it, which is the engageable all-wheel drive for literally just the Fleet Star. But we're not going to install that right now. I'll just drop the engine off for extra fuel. Because as I say, we're going to go find the GMC. The reason we're doing that, I didn't explain earlier, is essentially so we can bring it back here and salvage it, take the flatbed off the back, and really use those pieces to upgrade the Fleet Star. But we're going to go. I believe it's starting to rain already. Wonderful weather. And reverse off. Oh god, almost ruined the car straight away. So here we go. Heading out. We're going to ignore the stop sign because we're rebels, and wave goodbye to whatever security team is currently working behind the barriers. Putting my headlights on doesn't do anything right now. I'm just going to trot off along the road to see what we can find. So I mentioned earlier I played a reasonable bit of SnowRunner, and I actually started, it was probably about a year and a bit ago. I did originally start playing it on hard mode because I played through MudRunner, and I liked some of the bits that the equivalent of hard mode in that added. So I thought, oh, I'll give it a go with SnowRunner, which was a lot of fun. And I played it for about a week on hard mode. Got in a complete mess with it. Didn't fail it, because one of the things that hard mode does do to you is you can literally completely brick your game and have no way out of it if you run out of money and get everything stuck. But eventually I sacked it off because I really realised that the campaign mode gives you a lot more scope to play around with various options, play around with various trucks, and for a new game I just wanted to do that, really. So we've arrived here at the place beyond the sprues task. There's a place in the mountains not far away that has the most stunning views. I like to relax up there from time to time. Why don't you take a look? Just try not to destroy everything getting up there. So we're going to accept that job. And if we look on the map, we can't see anything. Am I tracking it? No, that's why. There we go. Start tracking. So the goal here with this mission is to get up, literally just to the point up there. And we're going to give that a whirl straight off the bat, because we can tag that watchtower on the way and then pop back down and continue on the path to get the GMC. One of the benefits of doing that is we get a bit of money, we get watchtower uncovered, and because we've got this wonderful fuel trailer here, we can refuel here, only 4 litres, but even so, do the mission, or the task rather, come back and grab a bit more fuel. So of course, as you have to pay for fuel in hard mode, we want to be relying on this free fuel that is scattered about the maps as much as possible, really. And I've launched off without marking any of this on the map, so I can't remember where the exact turn is. Is it? No, it's not that. I think it's a little further along. Apologies if I've got a bit of a croaky voice as well. It is hay fever season here in the UK, which just makes talking a wonderful experience. Yes, this is the term we want. So here we go. Let's begin with some off-roading in a truck that's completely not set up to do any sort of mountain climbing. We're on highway tyres. We've got no engine upgrade, no gearbox upgrades. We do have all-wheel drive. I've just popped it into low range gear just to be able to help crawl up the hill. Now I did start a brand new PlayStation profile for this, which is why you didn't see any saves when I started the game. So I haven't necessarily balanced the audio to the right level that I normally do, which is professionalism right there. And let's just use that winch to help us up the hill. So if the music's a bit overpowering, if the engine's not loud enough, I'll hopefully have that corrected for the next episode. I was just too eager to get playing. And my TV volume at the moment, as I mentioned, I'm playing on PlayStation. It's quite low, so it doesn't get picked up by the mic that I'm using to record my speaking. So, I said, I don't know if the game levels are going to be a little bit all over the place. Usually I just turn down the engine volume, because that can be a little overpowering. Ooh, almost. You know, after playing on campaign mode for about a year or so and having all these upgraded trucks, especially the ones that you get free for some of the DLC, and then just launching back into the Chevy with no upgrades, absolutely no abilities or anything beyond the basic truck, there's quite a nice little feeling to it. Almost a sense of warm fuzziness. Sorry, sounds mental as we begin the game again. So here we are, the first watchtower, bit of experience. We're going to turn the engine off. There we go. Talking, playing games, and forgetting all the buttons, and watch this lovely video as we launch the observation. There we go. Looking down on our garage. And the barrier man, which we may not have named, or barrier person. Could be anyone. And continue the journey up. I can't see exactly where the path is. It's to the left. Oh no, to the right, sorry. Let's roll back slightly and go up here. So obviously this is fairly slow progress, partially because of the Chevy and partially because I'm talking a reasonable amount. I don't know whether it's just slight nerves for doing this for the first time, or excitement, a bit of both, or just a feeling of filling the silence. But what I will start doing with this is probably, I guess, time-lapsing it, or at least increasing the speed. Sorry, stuck on the rock again. Just release the winch. So I'm forgetting all the buttons, just thinking about what I'm doing. I'm playing this for the first time whilst talking. It's thrown me off a little bit. As I said, literally the first time doing this. I've never played games whilst talking before, apart from, you know, over PlayStation Online or something when I'm chatting with friends. And I have found that I can only really talk or do. I'm not very good at doing both at the moment, so apologies again if everything sounds a little bit deranged. Oh, we've just gone onto a big rock. Let's get off there before everything goes horribly wrong. But yeah, what I was saying about time-lapsing, essentially, with some of the journeys in this, I will start speeding up the footage. I'll shut up over the top of it, if I've got nothing useful to say. And then that should make it a little less drawn out at times. I don't mean drawn out, but the view going all over the place there. Right. So let's get to the player. No. Ooh, that was close. I thought we were going to go then, which would have been an interesting way to start hard mode. It would have either been bin this video off and start again, or recover the car, which would have been a lot of money and stuff down the pan. I'm still a little wary of how this is going to go, so let's get the winch attached to something just to help pull me up. I'm approaching this from a slightly jaunty angle. We haven't got diff lock. We haven't got high off-road tyres. We're just literally trying to plough up the hill with nothing but hopes and dreams, really. But they're getting us there. Hopes, dreams, and a tiny little tree, which I'm amazed hasn't fallen over yet. So now we need to attach the winch to the next big tree. I have noticed when I've seen footage of people playing this on computer that when using the winch, they've got it a lot easier. Well, not easier, but a lot more efficient. You can just kind of click on the winch point and click on where you want it to go, whereas on the PlayStation, and I imagine on Xbox as well, you sort of have to cycle around every available option before getting there. Oh god, we're so close, but I'm kind of stuck on, I think, the tree. No. So let's try going that way. And here we are. We've made it. So that's 60 experience and 1,050 monies. I don't know what currency this game's actually in. And there we are. So, time to go back down. I might... Do I risk it the way we came? Or try and slide down forwards this way? Let's go forwards. Now, if you noticed a slight little jump cut a second ago, it is because I really like playing around with photo mode in this game. So I just captured something on the top there. And obviously I'm going to edit that sequence out. However, because of the way that this pauses, you might see it now, that it kind of filters on from the center, going to the side of the screen, and then back again. It takes a couple of frames to appear and then disappear. So cutting it out is a little bit of a challenge. And I'm going to stop talking for a moment because this is making me sweat a little and I need to fully concentrate. We can get a winch over there just to pull us out. Because we're stuck in a rut. Right, handbrake back on. Ooh. The camera at times is very jumpy in this. Ooh. Right. Now we head back down to the fuel carrier. I'm taking this very slowly, very cautiously, essentially because whilst it's not quite game over, if I balls this up straight away, then sorry, my laptop screen just went a bit weird, which is why I lost my train of thought there. Yeah, I'm taking this fairly carefully because, yeah, if we flip this, it's certainly not game over immediately, but it's money that I do not want to be spending on recovering something straight away. Please also let me know your thoughts and feelings about having the SnowRunner music playing in the background. I can't really hear it too much because of the TV volume, as I mentioned earlier. But if it's a bit repetitive when watching the video, again, thank you to anyone who is watching. Please let me know in the comments. And we're out. Goodness. I am, not gonna lie, I'm sweating a wee bit. I think part of that is the first time talking to YouTube, and part of it is just, that was a bit tense. It felt like a bit of a risk for hard mode, but that is one of the big elements about this. It's kind of weighing up the risks versus reward in the old hard mode. So we're going to swing into here, grab some fuel. So, another little jump cut there. That would have been me taking a photo again, so please excuse me. Where are we going to go? So this watchtower is in the middle of swamps. We're going to ignore that. We're going to carry on along this road, and then see where we get to over here. I think the GMC's roughly in this area. Again, I know where it is. I just can't remember how it works in terms of, or rather the exact location when the watchtowers are hiding it. But let's go, see what we find. So we're fueled up again. So it only took 20 litres of fuel to do that adventure up and down the mountain, which wasn't too bad. Again, we are running this kind of bare bones with very, very little in the way of upgrades. Well, nothing apart from a shiny coat of yellow paint. On the highway, a rare bit of tarmac in SnowRunner. I can afford to come out of all-wheel drive and just plod along. As you can see, whacking it in all-wheel drive doesn't consume too much more fuel. A little bit more when the going gets tough. Slowly over the tree. There we go. Onwards. If anyone can hear kind of weird metallic banging noises in the background, we've got a bird feeder here. And we've got some very, very excitable blackbirds that are having, we're looking at the time, having their lunch. And the bird feeder's hanging off a balcony. So those clangs that you may be able to hear are essentially the blackbird just excitedly feeding. So, at the end of this road, I'm just going to stop for a second, because we have got a watchtower up there, which do we go and get? I can't remember if there's another route to it down here. Maybe if we quickly take a swing out. I'm going to just go to that telephone pole. I think that's what it is anyway. Check the map again. Ooh, it looks like we could. I don't know. I can't remember. Let's have a quick look. See if we can get up to it. Because I'm thinking if we can tag that watchtower along the way, we've definitely got the fuel to be able to do that. The road isn't too bad. If anyone that's played campaign mode, this is literally where you start it. Oh, bit slippery. Any sign on the map? Yes, there we go, to the right. Roughly, pretty much on it, but it's roughly there. And I'm going to give it a whirl. Again, doing this feels a little bit risky, especially as we're heading towards night time. And especially when we get stuck like that. I'm hoping we can pull through a little. So with some of these little shrubs, you kind of need to tap the winch, because if you pull it all the way, it literally just pulls the, or it can pull the tree out the ground. this. Was this a good idea? It would be if we followed the path. Ooh, a bit stuck. Here we are, at another watchtower. So another 50 experience. Stop the car, whack the handbrake on, and have a little look at the view. What has that uncovered for us? Not a lot. Literally nothing. Wonderful. However, it has got some experience. So, I think we can continue on down this path and head back to the road. And then make our way up the highway. Make our way up the tarmac road. Hopefully towards the GMC. So I'm going to put a few little waypoints on this one, just so I don't take the wrong turns or get lost. And that is our path for now. Night is coming in, and this has got some borderline non-existent headlights. So I'm hoping everyone can see this okay. You know, you can't skip time in hard mode, so you do have to play driving through the night, which I tend to do on campaign anyway, so it's not new to me. But I appreciate it may not be the best for viewing experiences. Ooh. I might be able to brighten it up a bit if it needs it, or you may be able to just turn up the brightness on your device if you feel like you need it, which might be a safer option rather than me just guessing a brightness and possibly getting it all wrong when trying to edit. I'm going to shut up because this is a wee bit hairy. I need to concentrate again, he says, immediately continuing to talk. Doing well here today, guys. Doing well. car's running away with me a little bit, so just drop it down into low range, which should help with that. Try and dodge the water, driving through here. Ooh, and relief. Onto some tarmac. Take all-wheel drive off. And one of the fun things with the horn in SnowRunner is it has some sort of physics-defying ability where the sound waves will destroy barriers. So even though the tutorial in campaign mode has you drive around this, it's not too much of an issue to go through again. Actually, when I first started playing SnowRunner, I always used to drive around this for several weeks, I think, because I just followed the path that tutorial mode had left for me and didn't realise that you can really just afford to plough on through. Now, we're okay for fuel, but whilst we're here, let's just have a look at what the cost of it is before continuing on towards that watchtower. Fuel station. So there you go, it's 2 cents, 2 pence, 2 monies. Per unit, per litre. So it won't actually cost too much to fill this up. And this slider seems to be new. I don't remember this from fuel mode, hard mode, about a year or so ago. So it will cost us 32 monies to fill up the 16 litres that we need. I'm not going to do that, but it's just good to know that. So this little fuel station isn't the priciest thing in the world. I believe that the prices change depending on where you are, and I've sort of fallen into that rut, and I really don't want to go this way. So let's whack the all-wheel drive on, low range, and try and dodge the puddle as we make our way to the watchtower, and eventually the GMC. Sorry to the fans of shrubbery out there, I've just deleted some trees. And on we go. It's the third watchtower of the video. Let's see what treats in store this has for us. Wow, it certainly discovered some things. Wonderful dusk. A great location discovered. So what have we got? We've got a fuel station, which we've just been to. We've got some tasks. We've got all sorts of stuff in the little town here. The sawmill, or lumber mill rather. But most importantly, the GMC. So that is down here, up, and up. Excuse me. So let's carry on with that. I've just put a tag on and completely lost where I'm going anyway. Let's just put another one on so I find my route out of here safely. And off we go. Here we are, the GMC, which is a highway truck, so it's not actually the best, but as I mentioned earlier, we want that flatbed off it. Whoops. I kind of forgot that there's a reverse gear for a minute. Turn off the engine and change truck into the GMC, which is full of fuel. So the first thing we're going to do, I think, is transfer some of that to the Chevy. That's back to a full tank, because this, of course, is just going to head all the way over to the garage and then probably just park up there. That being said, I've been recording for about 40 or so minutes now, which for a first YouTube video feels enough. So next time we will start by getting the GMC over, upgrade the Fleet Star, or rather renovate the Fleet Star, and then go from there really. I'm not sure what episode 2 will bring, but I'll have a think. In the meantime, thank you so much to anyone that's actually made it through this whole video, for giving me your time watching the video. As I said earlier, please drop any thoughts, feedback, feelings in the comments. My work pattern is fairly, I don't want to say erratic, irregular, and so I can't promise any sort of regular uploads for this. I'm hoping to do them as often as I can, but some weeks I'm busier than others. So if you enjoyed it and want to see more, please consider subscribing, so you'll be notified when the next video appears. Other than that, once again, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.